Palworld is a balls-type game where it's Ark, but anime. You wake up in the sunken ancient land of San Diego. This area has become infested with these little things that I'm sure you can never guess the name of. You, however, enter this world with one goal in mind. You carry the mystical philosophical knowledge passed down by your prehistoric ancestors called capitalism. Break, take, and make. Things Mother Nature provided for all to help you on your journey to be the most profitable businessman in all the land, doing whatever it takes to hit those margins. But don't forget, no one being builds businesses by themselves. You've got interns for that. And take a look at all these excited interns just waiting for job opportunities. You're joined with Pillow, Peckers, and Paw as your first employees, all three devoted to your cause to make bank. You'll need more partners though, since you're not the only one on the block looking to make a name for yourself. Other CEOs and blue-collar workers are competing against you. Literally. Make sure to grab onto your balls, cause we've gotta catch them all. This is Palworld. First things first on the agenda to world domination is a warehouse. How else will you store your completely legal entities? With the power of aerodynamics and acceleration, we locate a rather quiet location, perfect for exploitation. For our buddies to get to work, we need a place to eat, a place to sleep, and a place to rest. We're not like those other companies who give a minimal amount to their employees. Yet. We provide dental. With that set in stone, what's the first thing we're selling? Commentary videos. No, just kidding. Berries. Baked berries. All of it. Everywhere. For that we need farms, big farms, and those who can plant, bake, and water the farms. Fortunately, we found this group of interns seeking work. The economy is booming. While we leave those guys to make us money, we begin to spread out and remove any potential competitors from our area. These streets are rough, as getting jumped is a common occurrence for us too. This fat larb of greens just incapacitated my workforce. Must be a hit sent from one of the CEOs around. Now that our base is a little bit more OSHA friendly, around San Diego you can also find pits that lead you towards even better interns. These guys are harder to hire because they want more benefits and want to negotiate with our terms. This is when we employ our secret hiring technique of don't care, didn't ask, and we're a great company here at Balls & Co. Just look at these interviews.
Working here has been pretty good. I've been able to support my family of 378 with enough disposable income to enjoy with.
Ever since I started at Balls & Co., I feel right at ease. I get to work from home planting and mining while getting tuition reimbursement for my major in firearms.
Thanks to the company, I've been able to purchase an Aston Martin DB11. The only issue I face now is that I have no hands.
I would have shown you Mr. Billy's interview as well, but Mr. Billy didn't meet his quota for the month. Mr. Billy is no longer with us. On the topic of interns, let's take a moment to shout out some special few. Here's Ear and Lobes. I don't know why they keep bringing us random items, but I appreciate their efforts. They'll be getting a raise of 1/10 of a berry. Incredible. This is Squiddy. With his ability, I can combat gravity and change the laws of physics, all with the power of downwards trajectory. This one is Dog, with the power to sneeze hard enough to kill. Don't you just love allergies? With more employees comes better profit. And with better profit, we can be other CEOs for a quote-unquote friendly conversation. Here's Goth and Glizzy, one of the few who have attempted to assassinate us on a daily basis. See, she's all about the gang type of CEOs, being all roguish and wicked. You know, the type to graffiti with spray cans. Surprisingly, she owns a massive arts and crafts company while also running an illegal with a bit of democratic linguistics, however. I don't think they'll be bothering us anytime soon. With one competitor off the marketplace, now is the prime time to advertise.
Welcome to 55 things you didn't know about Palworld. Number 1!
You are not immune to my balls. However, to advertise the most effectively, we need a mascot. And who better to lead than with Portuguese? Apparently, everyone is into quirky magical cat girls. And I think she's one? I don't know. She's 10 feet tall and eats raw meat, so that alone speaks volumes. Regardless, with her as the staple of Balls & Co., we raised enough moolah to acquire more real estate. See, with our berries being so profitable and well known, now we can do more shady shit without the public giving us nasty looks. So what's next on the agenda? Guns. And not for sale, but for us. Why sell guns when you can use them on your own investors? Just look how much free stuff we can get with them. But like all shady business practices, we need to outsource a main ingredient, metal. And lucky for us, all it takes is a bit of bargaining for a few interns to join. These large turtle drills are things that are alive, somehow. But what you might see as a menace to Mother Nature, all I see are diligent interns that allow us to fulfill the Second Amendment all the way. Now that we've set up our second base of operations to strictly provide us ingots, I think we carry enough firepower to talk to the next CEO, Vegan and Lettuce. She's got a crew of leaf lovers walking around town throwing up wooden signs about free your interns are right. What a bunch of balagna. Apparently, Pillow states that she runs a little business called PETA? Regardless, by my surprise, even with a bullet to the head, it seems like our conversation ended in exhaustion? I guess. I don't know. So we decided to reschedule the meeting. This gives us more time to prepare and gives us an excuse to fire our staff for no particular reason. With the dead weight gone, we hire new interns and relocate to some better place. These two new locations let us acquire tons of resources quicker and allow us to forge the Glock. We needed more firepower, and after skipping a century or two of gun history, this firearm lets us fire more power faster. Going in for round 2 with this foot fetish freak, you'd expect a few rounds to resolve things peacefully, but wow. Our stock went down by 50%. We are literally in shambles. The IRS is outside our door. How do they? Who would have guessed the lack of protein allowed you to eat tons of lead? See, as the CEO of a business, you have to keep a profitable smile all year round, even if my patience is running thin. First, we sell Portuguese merch to recuperate our lost revenue. Then we publicly slander the grassy gal because controversy creates cash or some stupid shit, I don't know. Afterwards, we go to Hawaii for a quick vacation. This is all part of the plan, as this place contains Hawaii's version of Portuguese, Hubert. We also get Slick, Click, and one of Satan's guard dogs as interns too. Why do we need these interns? Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but the last time I checked California, fire beats leaves, and that's exactly what we need. With the power of wealth and insurance fraud, we successfully negotiate Greenie's resignation papers. Having brought 2 CEOs down, we're left with 3 more. And who would have guessed? Hawaii held the 3rd bigwig we need to talk to. We've learned our lesson of charging in full throttle saloon style with the previous CEO, so it's better that we formulate a game plan instead. We've got a business to run anyways, and how could we be called Balls & Co. if the only thing we sell are berries and merch? That's right. From now on, we are selling balls, and the craziest part? For free. We were using these balls prior to hire interns, but why stop at hiring? With this revolutionary method, we can use our balls to show our consumers just how they work. But in actuality, just like capitalism states, we want all of our customers to be into our products. Literally. We indirectly hire tons of new interns that help us expand our knowledge. Some can help us learn about constructing plated Kevlar armor, while some are experts in fridges. After we move locations once again, we create this bad boy. Taking aspects from the Second Amendment and the Glock, we construct the Glock. It conserves ammo and reloads faster than it takes me to upload a new video. With that set in stone, we head over to defeat the 3rd CEO, Scott's older brother Gunk. I'm sure you could tell, but he's an influencer. By choice. And we know all influencers can influence their way into people's minds. Or, I assume, as I have no idea how he can control a group of arsonists. They seem mad chill though, I'm not gonna lie. He's joined with his own legally different version of Baby Shark, who put a fork in an outlet. After literally 200 rounds to the dome, and excluding that one tongue, we show Gunk how this outcome was no coincidence. With Hawaii's stock prices plummeting, we're left with 2 CEOs, one in the Sahara and the other in Antarctica, which for some reason is literally an Uber drive away. Now what scares me is that Gunk was tough, and there are 2 left. How cracked will they be? Well, not as cracked as this new Lawnmower 6.5 by Manscaped. Just kidding. I wish. I like money. First we'll tackle the CEO in the desert, as there's a specific merchant that we've been secretly selling an item to. For some unknown reason, this buyer loves nails. Tons of them. With the metal we've been collecting for weapons, we've used the spare to create nails for him, and he strikes a good deal. We bargain tiny pins for literal ammunition. And you know what? That's capitalism right there. We stay well stocked with his help. And what's that? Pa cooked up a new form of pea shooter? That's right. We're back in the modern era with the AR. She calls it the assault rifle, but the last thing this gun is doing is assaulting. In my hands, it's the always right, cause it's always right to use this in any scenario. Want to persuade people? Want to get out of a situation? Want to file taxes? Someone giving you a hard time? And as, "Hey y'all, Scott here," once said, "Is this a threat?" It's alright. Always right. With our new tool, a new crew of interns in our own private island, we go investigate the desert. To no one's surprise, it's empty. Except this one, like the other ones though, holds the CEO and father of goth and gunk, Enrico Toma. Peckers discovered that Enrico is an entrepreneur in the drug department. Some call him a drug lord, but to me, he looks like a fellow capitalist. Unlike our other meetings, I'm sure I can knock some sense into him that we can coexist in this lawless land.
He owns the cops?
He's so much of a capitalist, he bought the cops. Fucker beat me to it. Well, Enrico, I don't know how to tell you this, so I won't. See, he wanted money, but I wanted to money more. With the swift termination of the CEO, only one remains. And that one, from the looks of it, is no joke. Not only do they have their own private militia, but they're the sciencey type of weirdo. What frightens me is that not only do they perform immoral acts on their interns by merging them with robotics, giving their interns below minimum wage, but I may or may not have stolen their blueprints on how to create what our company has been selling recently, that being balls. However, that's allegedly. so we've still got time to fire their ass and absorb their business into ours so we can keep things legal. And with that, let me introduce you to the RPG. This thing fires big bullets, and that's all you need to know really. We can't afford to waste time when we might get a copyright and intellectual property lawsuit on our hands, so we go and face the last CEO. Jeffrey. He's the son of vegan and a firm believer of Scientology. He's the guy who owns science, the IRS, and is the creator of the subscription model. I'm sure you could tell all that by his #1 intern, the government's public camera. Using my own interns against him, I can deduce that this motherfucker is cheating. He pumped steroids and gave paid time off to this bird. How could I compete against that? In an unfortunate turn of events, we lose the negotiation, and our business is not looking great. With our balls gone, berries don't seem to be doing too hot anymore, and our merchant buddy only accepts nails for ammo. We're about to finish the quarter at our lowest point ever. However, we still hold on to hope. To defeat this last CEO, I gathered the other CEOs, and together with our powers combined, we psych! I put them to work. We're an independent CEO that don't need no other fools. Like the entrepreneur every capitalist is, we roll up our sleeves and form a team of interns to combat Jeffrey once and for all. With a Max Portuguese as our lead and the swarm of cloud thingies giving us a boost somehow, we butt back into the last CEO with an unadulterated amount of magazines. This bird might have a robo lifesaver, but I'm dishing out a solo only those that are free could ever understand. With more than 1,000 rounds, beams of lightning, and a dream, does Jeffrey falter? And with that, it is done. Out of all the CEOs that we can see, the one that reigns supreme is Balls and Company. On this journey to the top, we've learned lots. The importance of proper conduct, teamwork making the dream work, and that you should start your 401k as early as possible. We've become the best of the best, the only company on the block, selling anything and everything with no competitors around. So you know, I think it's time for a vacation, perhaps to Brazil. We don't need to worry about margins right now. After all, we've got interns for that. It's not like anything bad is gonna happen in the span of a holy shit.